start the run. Just a few moments, everybody. Okay.
Hello.
Welcome, Golden. Welcome to the stream.
Hi. Good to be here.
How is your JRTA experience this year going?
It's going awesome. Way better than expected.
Strong day one. This is really something else.
It's quite something. A lot of good runs. We've had a really good audience so far. It seems like everybody's been sticking around and watching, so that's what I like to see.
Yeah, it's super cool being less than $1,000 away from our final goal, which is great. Alright everybody, just give us a second. Suzby's just doing some cropping and then we're going to get going with Ohon.
I'm ready to give my rehearsed Castlevania 3 commentary.
Me too, from the one blind race I did of it. Get some other things that we have coming up. I think that we don't have a prize for quite a while, but just to give you a heads up as to what the schedule looks like, we've got, right after this, we've got, I believe, yes, Burning Rangers with Shen Talk, and then we'll have a little bit of a break. Very tiny one, and then we'll be getting into Final Fantasy III with Nacho. And the incentive for that run will be $100, which has already been met, but $100 was to get Trip World to be beaten by Nacho during the credits. So thank you to the huge $2,000 donation that we got earlier, which cleared most of our incentives, but that will be performed, which is pretty cool. Yeah. So I think we're about ready to swap over. Let's just double check with Ohon one last time. Okay, we've given him the countdown, and it looks like we're going. So take it away, Golden, you've got this.
Yeah, okay, so this is Castlevania 3. He's running the Japanese version, Akumajō Densetsu. Basically, what's neat about this Castlevania game, if you've never seen it, is you have sort of the ability to choose how the game plays out as you play it. So you'll have opportunities to, you know, the path will split and you can pick a stage that you want to play. And more importantly, the thing that dictates the categories in this run is if you select a partner or not, and which partner you select. So after certain stages, you'll have the opportunity to recruit partners. So in this category here, you're going to see Ohon select Sypha as the partner when that opportunity is presented. So Ohon's actually run this game at HDQ. Not this category, I don't think. I think they raced, that was Alucard.
Yep.
So, in any case, he's very experienced with this game. And so in the first stage here, he's going to pick up the axe and go to work.
Yeah, stage 1 is fairly straightforward. Even the boss is pretty simple too. Throughout this run, and pretty much for all the classic Castlevanias, picking and choosing specifically what sub-weapon you get in each stage, and basically monitoring which one you have is really, really important. You'll see that some enemies just get sniped by the axe, and eventually he'll be swapping over to one of the characters, Sypha, that Golden was just talking about, but at least in this first level, having the axe is pretty huge.
Yeah, there's a lot of subtle stuff because, I mean, the movement obviously is somewhat limited at this point, but just little things like damage boosts or, you know, clearing the screen in advance, like tossing the axe in advance.
Alright, Skull Knight goes down.
So this is the first split path. Choosing your stage here. So I'm going to go to stage 3. And stage 3 is going to be the first instance of the cross, actually.
Yeah, even this early on, it's still fairly straightforward. This game, I mean, well, I guess this long screen coming up here, this is something where the axe really helps out, because, I mean, you don't have too many options. I'm sorry, the cross. To be able to deal with flying enemies without a weapon. You can see the cross just killing it here. These are also, like, very, very precisely timed cross throws. Those owls will move very specifically based on where you are and what your movement is. So he basically has to play that exactly as intended and throw the cross exactly at the right time. This game's music is fantastic.
Yeah, it definitely sets the mood of the game well. He's actually going to be, I think, if I remember correctly, he's going to be taking a lot of damage here, and he'll be entering the end of 3 on maybe like a couple of HP.
As with a lot of older Castlevania games, sometimes hitboxes can be quite deceptive, and that long screen that he was just jumping over those, like, I don't know the lore name, but those jellyfish that spawn before, that's actually very precise timing too to be able to clear those. See just awesome work of the cross, and you can see that he's specifically hitting certain candles so that he's getting enough hearts. From what I understand, being able to very adequately manage your sub-weapon usage and getting enough hearts to substantiate being able to kill the bosses quickly is very, very important. You'll also see that he's got the 3 times use in the top right, which he's going to use as much as he can. Looks like we're just about to fight Sypha. I think it's coming up soon.
Yep.
And that was it.
And of course the handshake.
Excellent. So, are you privy to the version differences?
A little bit. I if I remember correctly, this is gonna like jar my mind for a second here, but I think the main, or like one of the main differences between Japanese and US is that the sub weapons are, I think they're more frequent.
I see.
In the Japanese version. And then stage 4 also, I think there's the ice spell.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, I think my understanding was that the English version is somewhat harder. Overall, I think the damage is rebalanced, but or I guess like anti-balanced when it came over. So yeah, we got Sypha now. Sypha has the ability to get spells as her sub-weapon. So you'll see this blue sphere that she just picked up, and this is a very, very powerful weapon that basically spits out 3 orbs that do a massive amount of damage. And yeah, I mean, you can see that the arc that they take is kind of crazy, but in the hands of Ohon, he'll be able to clear out enemies and specifically bosses too, really, really well with this. But every now and then he does need to swap to other sub-weapons. I think they just have very like finite specific uses, but the blue balls are quite powerful.
That looks a little bit smoother. There we go. Base Cassis B saves the stream.
Ooh, that was really tight.
So, let's see here. I'm trying to think. I want to remember what level we're on here.
Is Medusa? Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say the Medusa fight. The strat here, you need to have enough health after this fight in order to do some of the other skips that are coming up.
Oh, this is dangerous. Oh! Damn. Takes a death. That was really close. Yeah, that's rough because you have to use your physical and get right up in her grill.
I think this is one of the differences too, because I think the US version, you wouldn't be doing that strat, if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of the, because you have the ice spell, it's one of the like trade-offs you have here.
Yeah. Luckily that setback wasn't too bad. Let's see, round number 2. Again, it's tough because he has to manage his sub-weapon usage. That went much smoother. He didn't get the like the sonar blast that froze him. The Darkman 3. Ooh, very nice. So yeah, you'll see that he used the frost to be able to skip that section, but then immediately got the ball power up. Somebody can correct me. I call it the ball power up, but I'm sure it has a better name.
I like it. I would also take orb, but that's just a personal favorite word.
Based orb?
Based orb.
Alright, well, I'm calling it orb. Or ball. Okay, yeah, so I mean you can just see how powerful it is. You'll see on this boss too.
Yeah, it's really effective. I mean, like as a screen clearing tool too, not just, you know, the raw damage that it does, but
yeah, look
it
at
just
this.
avoids problems.
Boom.
That's a boom shakalaka if I ever had a soundboard.
Yeah. So for anybody who's not aware, Ohon is a very, very talented runner who plays many, many different games, and he is very, very talented at this game too. There's multiple categories for this game. Admittedly, I don't know the standings, but if he's not the top, he's in the top 3 for most categories.
We tried to get him to run Thracia, Fire Emblem Thracia for this, but it was a no-go. So maybe JRTA3.
Yeah, he was concerned that it was a little bit too reset heavy, but I would love to watch him play. But I totally understand. If anything, it's he's got the best interest of the stream in mind, which is cool.
Indeed.
Yeah, he's clearing this area too. This game is very scary, I can just tell you. Oh, very nice. It's the damage boost and the wall meet all in one 1-2 jump. Very nice. Damage boosts in this game are very, very specific too. You have to get a very tight window to be able to damage boost off an enemy, and you get a little bit of recoil upwards, and it looks minor, but a damage boost like that saves a ton of time. We get to see stairs usage here, everybody's favorite from CV4. And this is if you're not aware, this is like an auto-scroller in which the it's basically like a tower that's shifting down, so it's a little bit of a breather. But you do have to be careful not to take damage, and you have to make sure that you fully understand what's coming next. Alright, I believe the boss here is Frankenstein. Or rather, his monster. Oh yeah, here we go. Alright, check out this damage. DPS. Holy moly.
That gets the job done.
That was a good stage. Alright, well, we got a little bit of time just to plug a few things. We've got the next thing that's sort of on our radar is the Final Fantasy III file names, so take a look at those. They haven't changed. We still have Nugi 60 cents, Nakamura $10, Aruku $10, Hinagiku $11.90. Those are our top 4 and our only 4, so if you want to get any in, please donate and you can put it towards that. And right now you can probably beat out the 60 cents for Nugi, but hey, anything can happen. And from there, we don't have any prizes or other, well, no incentives because they've all been met, but nothing immediate on the radar otherwise. So get your file names in for Final Fantasy IV and also for SimCity, which is coming a little bit later in the marathon. Alright, swapping back to the ice strats. Health is a little scary here. So that's why we get wall meat. I think this is serpents. The end of the stage. Yeah, you can just see how powerful freeze can be too. It's very interestingly routed in that in the areas in which you don't need to be actually killing enemies, just that freeze for like 1 or 2 enemies that would get in your way is huge. And then we're back to the ball. That was the ball. Alright, that was excellent. Serpents went down. Got, I think, 2 stages left? Let me see. 3. No, it's like... Yeah, it's 3 in the boss. That's right. Final boss. Alright, cool. We should probably take a minute to talk about the grand prize of our marathon, which is a full Super Famicom set, courtesy of Retro Psycho. You need to donate at least $20 throughout the entirety of the marathon. It doesn't matter if you do it in one succession or you do it all in one donation. You can spread it out, so it's just $20 the entire weekend. Gives you the opportunity to get this full Super Famicom set, which is really cool. So please donate. Consider donating for that. Alright, I think you may have missed a damage boost, so he has to go around the full way. This game can be quite punishing in that if you miss a damage boost here and there, it costs you a lot of time. I'm not sure about this stage though. Alright, I remember this. This is like the chandeliers of this game.
It is, yeah. So if I remember correctly, I think I remember that it's actually faster to kill the stage 7 bosses with lightning, but because you're doing skips in 8 with the ice, it's not practical.
Let's see.
I may be wrong.
It's all about the ball.
Or baby.
Okay, so we saw this boss earlier. It's pretty much the same concept. Get right in their hitbox. Ball for days. You'll see that he's got enough HP to be able to take a few damage boosts. I do think the last guy does a little more damage. Let's see though, I'm not sure. The gargoyle. Yeah, but
A little bit of kiting there. No problem.
Okay, cool. I know that this guy can do either small jumps or... I think there's variants in the jumps that come out, so luckily that worked out. And we're on to stage 8. The death stage.
So yeah, I gotta get used to this because 8's gonna be a lot of orbs. Just clearing the screen everywhere. Boss fight's gonna be that too. So like I mentioned earlier, like one of the neat things about this game is just the different routes that you get depending on who you recruit. There's even, I think, a route where you just don't recruit anybody.
Yeah. I mean, there's essentially 4 characters, and you see him swapping to Trevor right now. So Trevor's like the stock Castlevania character, like Simon Belmont. And then you've got Grant, which is like a thief type character who can climb walls. And you have Alucard, who most people know of, but he is in this game as well. And he can turn into a bat and fly around, which is pretty cool. They're all very, very different. They play very different, so it makes the speedrun for each one very, very different too. And they go to some different stages as well. Alright, so we are on the death fight. This is a 2-phase fight. This is always scary. I remember watching Ohon lose quite a few runs to this guy. Phase 1 is fairly simple, but Phase 2, yeah, you have to damage boost if you want to get him. Excellent though, very nice.
Staying alive. There's a skip in 9 that depends on the, like, I think it's luck dependent, I'm not sure, but it depends on the positioning of the birds. See if it even matters. I don't even know if he's gonna have the ability to go for it.
Fleeman, ugh. I'm not sure that was intentional. Maybe. I don't think we see fire that often.
Yeah, I don't think that's supposed to be there.
Yeah, he jumped into a drop.
Maybe he did it on purpose. Maybe he's just showing us some new tech.
Yeah, that's it. Whether it's fireball or blue balls, I can safely say that Ohon is a baller.
That gargoyle does so much damage.
I did like 7. Oh my god. I think he's panicking a little bit.
A little bit, but it's a reserved panicking. Like, I think he knows what he's doing. I would have died for sure.
Alright.
I think what's great about the Castlevania series in general is that every Castlevania game, the recurring theme is any of the enemies that just fly across the screen and kind of swoop are instantly the most frustrating.
You will, unless you know what you're doing, you will get hit.
Doesn't matter what Castlevania you're playing, they're always impossible to hit. They always have like really huge knockback too.
Get another auto-scroller here. Might be able to get the weapon he wants. Yep, there. Well, at least it's ice, so.
Yeah, not fire. We'll take that.
Yeah.
Coming up towards the end of this auto-scroller is the skip, so he's going to try and manipulate these birds here. And should be able to hop right up the waterfall if he does it correctly.
He's got scary HP.
Mm-hmm. He might not even be able to go for it. Well, yeah, there.
this room destroyed me when I played this. Wow. Alright, let's see.
Alright, so they got us down.
He's going for it.
Yep, there it is. Oh.
Did he?
He froze it, but he didn't jump up it.
I don't know. He's still going.
That should be it. No. Look good to me. Alright.
That's a shame.
It's too bad.
That was weird. But yeah, even all the backups, like, Ohon is a very seasoned veteran. Oh, that sucks though. Now he has to get through this without any magic. This is really where his gamer skills are going to need to shine. Alright, so we get he got the bowls back. While we're on this little stretch here, we've got 2 donations that came in. We've got $5 from Pachi, who says Orb, parentheses, Nug City for Sim City. Alright, we'll put that towards Sim City's donation incentive, or I'm sorry, bid war. And we also have $5 from Rembrandts, who says, good luck. Thank you both very much for your donations.
Alright, the extra stage is just like another long downward auto-scroller. And then, of course, the, I don't know, I always think of them as iconic, but maybe not, the pendulum jumps. Maybe it's just I die in those rooms in every Castlevania game, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, they're a recurring regular theme, I think, so... Nug City. Alright, we're almost there at Dracula. The pendulum. Yeah, so CB4's got its chandeliers, but this game's got its pendulums. Very nice. Alright, this is one of the best tracks in all video games, in my opinion.
It's pretty good.
I love it. Oh yeah, damage boost and just goes right in for the hit. Just see that DPS. Same thing here. Final form of this guy is fairly simple from what I remember and have assessed from other runs, especially with Sypha. So he takes 2 tactical damage boosts on phase 1 and 2, and now he's just going to try to finish him out. We are in phase 3 right now. You can see the orbs are sort of And get ready on time.
Did I miss the end of that thought?
I think so.
I heard
Yeah,
you
time.
can see the orbs are sort of a. I guess I'll never know what the end of that was. All right.
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's it. Excellent run from Ohon. Able
The master.
to 1cc it. A few deaths here and there, but yeah, I mean, Ohon played very, very well and did a great job. Please, please, please support Ohon. Go follow his channel, twitch.tv/Ohon, OHONTA. Very, very, very talented runner of many, many games, and he was the person of which JRTA 1 and 2 benefited, so it's really nice to see him showing up and supporting the other runners that we're supporting this time, and yeah, I mean, he's just like a legendary speedrunner, so definitely check him out.
Yeah. I mean, it's cool to see JRTA alumni returning and helping out in JRTA. It's like, it's come full circle, like, hey, you guys did it for me, and now I'm going to help the next wave of runners.
Yeah,
so.
totally.
By the way, I guess one more thing I'm going to plug, so I'm going to step out of commentary here, but I just wanted to remind people that your best bet for donations at this point is file names. They're fairly available. So Final Fantasy III is coming up soon, and there are only 4 names donated for at this point. So you can either put more money towards those, or if you donated even $1, you would currently move into 4th place for one of the character names. So small donations could get you the character names of your choice. So take that into consideration.
Yeah, I mean, for Final Fantasy III, we have 60 cents for Nugi at 4th place, so $1, just as Golden said, could make it happen. Okay, yeah, so we're going to talk to Ohon real quick, and we'll swap over and get ready for our next game. Next up is Burning Rangers by Shintok, so just stick with us for a second, and we'll be right back.
See ya.